Frederick Ma, chairman of the Hong Kong Trade Development Council, has urged caution despite a breakthrough in Sino-US trade ties. A spate of closures in the catering sector has sparked concerns among lawmakers, with calls to absorb redundant workers into other restaurants. And cinema chain Golden Harvest to shut down its 4 remaining movie theaters tomorrow. Good evening, you're watching Cable News. I'm Quentin Yang. With the United States claiming that deals have been hammered out for the trade truce with China, Frederick Ma, chairman of the Hong Kong Trade Development Council, remains cautious about the city's business outlook due to lingering uncertainties. The new council chief also vows to actively explore new markets across Europe, the Middle East, and Africa. Evelyn Bai reports.
In an interview with iCable News program Let's Talk, Ma acknowledged that while discussions between the world's 2 largest economies are progressing well, the business environment still faces instability due to the unpredictable decisions made by U.S. President Donald Trump. Given the uncertainties, Ma highlighted to expand new markets such as Africa, adding that they are conducting thorough research in African countries, considering various factors like economic development and population. He also expresses optimism about trade exchanges with the Middle East countries, as they would seek better investment opportunities in Asia amid geopolitical tensions. Meanwhile, taking office for less than a month, the Trade Development Council chairman has already visited Beijing, Paris, and London. He noted that the European business community holds a very positive view of Hong Kong and that Beijing is very supportive of the city's exhibition industry. Ma emphasized the importance of exhibitions in attracting global buyers and sellers to Hong Kong, allowing them to better understand the city. He also reviewed proposals to establish an exhibition center in the northern metropolis, which will focus on industrial and innovation-related events, taking advantage of its proximity to the mainland. Evelyn Bai, Cable News.
The recent shakeout in the city's catering sector has prompted legislators' concern that the challenging business environment may not be able to absorb the local unemployed population, urging the adjustment of labor importation scheme. Secretary for Labor and Welfare Chris Sun stressed the need to adhere to the principle of the scheme while ensuring priorities for local employment. Scarlett Chen reports.
The closure wave of time-honored catering groups in the city has left hundreds of workers who have been living hand-to-mouth losing their jobs.
無論建造業啊、飲食業啊、服務業啊、保安業啊，佢
Labor sector lawmaker Kwok Kern pointed out that some caterers are keen to hire former employees of Taipan Bakery, prompting employers who are applying to import foreign workers to consider taking up these local workforce, while urging the government to halt importing foreign workers. In response, Labor Secretary Chris Sun noted that some job types like washing dishes have always been more difficult to attract local workers, whether in good times or bad times. So foreign workers play an important role in filling the gaps. The Labor chief also said the worker importation schemes help companies grow faster, which in turn will create more different types of jobs for local workers. Hence, the government will adhere to the foreign worker importation policy, adding that companies must first undergo a 4-week local recruitment before hiring non-local workers. Scarlett Chen, Cable News.
Cinema operator Golden Harvest will officially cease all its theater operations in Hong Kong tomorrow, closing the curtains of its remaining 4 cinemas. While 3 of these venues will be taken over by a new operator, one in Shau Kei 1 is set to be demolished. Evelyn Bai has more details.
Citing the end of leases, the Sky in Olympian City 2, staged in Tuen Mun Town Plaza, GH Galaxy in Shau Kei 1 and GH Tai Po cinemas will be bidding farewell to citizens this Sunday. Nearby moviegoers flock to GH Tai Po, the only cinema in the district. buying tickets, and taking photos to capture memories of the venue. The plentiful available seats for different movies also signaled a sluggish box office. This man said he has expected the theater would not stay open for much longer, as he saw fewer people going outside at night in Taipo district. He expressed pity because the cinema carried his childhood memories. I am really grateful to Golden Harvest for operating the theaters for years. However, my love for watching movies will not end just because the theater does, said this man. The Sky Cinema in Olympian City 2 also saw a number of audiences coming to see movies one last time. This woman said it is inevitable as many people have switched to streaming media services like Netflix. So the cinema industry today just cannot survive like it used to be. With a new operator taking over 3 locations, customers will still be able to use their vouchers, coupons and movie tickets until August 31st. Evelyn Bai, Cable News.
As Taiwan pop icon Jay Chou is in town hosting a 3-night concert through Sunday, police are intensifying efforts against ticket scalping, arresting 2 individuals yesterday for selling counterfeits. Authorities urge concert-goers to carefully verify their tickets, particularly those purchased outside official channels. The suspects, a 23-year-old man and a 17-year-old woman, were caught selling fake tickets, priced at $1,880 each, ahead of Chow's shows at Kai-Tak Sports Park. Officers later raided their hotel room in To Kwa Wan, busting a stash worth over $2 million. Police believe the operation dismantled a distribution hub targeting mainland fans desperate for last-minute tickets. The fakes were described by police as crudely made, exhibiting poor print quality, mismatched laser holograms, and lacking the ultraviolet security ink present on genuine tickets. Adding to the red flags, the entire batch shared an identical serial number, I1413892. Police urge buyers to avoid non-official sellers and stay vigilant against fraud. The iconic Hong Kong Disneyland Resort commenced today a year-long celebration of its 20th anniversary, featuring the largest parade and night show ever. Speaking at the launching ceremony, Financial Secretary Paul Chen said the theme park has welcomed a record 7.7 million visitors last year, hailing the park essential to Hong Kong's reputation as a world-class travel hub.
Hong Kong Disneyland holds a special place in our city's rich collection of tourist attractions. It is a landmark destination, essential to our reputation as a world-class travel hub. But in today's fast-changing world, maintaining that status means we must always stay ahead, innovating and reinventing, in order to meet the changing tastes and expectations of visitors from around the globe.
Secretary for Culture, Sports and Tourism Rosanna Law also attended the ceremony. In celebration, the theme park has also donated 200,000 tickets to non-profit organizations. The United States Supreme Court handed a significant victory to President Donald Trump and future leaders of the country by limiting the power of lower courts to block executive orders. One of Trump's most controversial executive order to end birthright citizenship does get a consequential boost by the ruling, but it can still be contested. Sachin Katvi reports.
And thanks to this decision, we can now promptly file to proceed with numerous policies that have been wrongly enjoined on a nationwide basis. And some of the cases we're talking about would be ending birthright citizenship, which now comes to the fore. That was meant for the babies of slaves. It wasn't meant for people trying to scam the system and come into the country on a vacation.
Despite the ruling by America's top court, the issue of whether the president can enforce that order does not get settled, and lower courts could still block the policy. But contesting Trump's future policies will need additional efforts, and exactly how that will work remains to be seen. U.S. Attorney General Pam Bondi hailed the monumental decision and blamed rogue judges from lower courts for stalling Trump's federal policies.
These injunctions have blocked our policies from tariffs to military readiness to immigration to foreign affairs, fraud, abuse, and many other issues. The judges have tried to seize the executive branch's power, and they cannot do that, no longer.
Lower courts have blocked cuts to foreign assistance, diversity programs, and put other immigration reforms on hold and limited Trump's ability to terminate government employees. However, after the Supreme Court's new ruling, the administration is in a much stronger position. Sachin Katvi, Cable News.
Around 3,000 visitors flocked to the Adventure Road theme park in the town of Shirahama in southeast Japan to attend a farewell ceremony for 4 giant pandas before their departure to China. The bears arrived at the Panda breeding center in Sichuan province a short while ago. Although the 24-year-old mother Rohin and her 3 daughters, Yuhin, Saihin, and Fuhin, were all born and raised at the park, they remain on loan from China and must now be returned. More than 1,000 people, many wearing panda-themed attire, queued outside the entrance of the theme park hours before it opened. Over the past 3 decades, the pandas have helped generate over $860 million in revenue for the park. After their departure, 2 other giant pandas in Tokyo's Ueno Zoo will be the only ones left in Japan. U.S. President Donald Trump is cutting off trade talks with Canada immediately, as Ottawa is about to cash out on a digital tax imposed on American tech companies.
So Canada put a charge on some of our companies, and Canada's been a very difficult country to deal with over the years. You know, we hear Canada, we have a great relationship with the people of Canada, but it's been very difficult, and they put a charge, and they were a little bit early, we found out about it. So, and we have all the cards. They copied Europe. It's not going to work out well for Europe either, and it's not going to work out well for Canada. They were foolish to do it.
Last year, Canada enacted a law to impose a 3% digital services tax, which has been a sticking point in its relationship with the U.S. Business groups estimate it will cost American companies such as Amazon, Apple, Google, and Meta more than $2 billion a year for the money they make from customers in Canada. Prime Minister Mark Carney played down Trump's comments, saying trade talks with the U.S. will continue. On to the weather now. Mainly cloudy with a few showers and isolated thunderstorms. Hot with sunny intervals during the day. Temperatures will range from 27 to 32 degrees. Now let's take a look at the weather around the world. And that's our news tonight. I'm Quentin Yang. Thank you for watching. Good night.